Okay, here we are. The Prayers of Queen Kunti, that is Bhagavata Purana, Canto 1, Chapter 8. We start with verse 1. Sutta Goswami said there, after the Pandavas desiring to deliver water to the dead relatives who had desired it, went to the Ganges with Draupadi. The ladies walked in front. So they are going, and text 2. So they offer the Ganges water and they take bath in the Ganges, and we have Yudhishthira with his brothers and Dhritarashtra, Gandhari, Kunti and Draupadi are there together with Krishna, and they go. So we have to see. Okay, so we are not. Okay, let's find exactly chapter 8, the prayers by Queen Kunti. Let's see where. Okay, here we go. Text 17. So we jump to the prayers of Queen Kunti after the funeral rites and and everything. So we have the introduction. Thus saved from the radiation, from the power of the Brahmastra, Kunti, the Sati, the faithful devotee of the Lord, and her 5 sons, and Draupadi addressed Krishna as he started for home, means Dwarka. Kunti Uvacha. Namasye Purusham Tvadyam Ishwaram Prakrite Param Alaksham Sarvabhutanam Antarbahir Avasitam. Kunti said, O Krishna, I offer my namaskar, my obeisances, my respect to you, because you are the original Purusham, Adyam, Ishwaram, unaffected, beyond the this nature, the qualities of the material world. You are existing both within and without everything, yet you are invisible to all. And then we have 19. Maya Javani Kachanam Agyadhokshajam Avyayam Nalakshase Mudha Drisha Nato Natya Dharo Yatha. Exactly, it's the Leelas of Vishnu are just like a theater performance. So, being beyond the range of limited sense perception, you are the eternally irreproachable factor covered by the curtain of deluding energy. Maya. Maya is deluding energy. It's not necessarily just Mahamaya, but it's also Yoga Maya. You are invisible to the foolish observer, someone who is not intelligent enough. Exactly as an actor dressed as a player is not recognized. Okay. 20. Tata para mahamsanam muninam amalatmanam bhakti yoga vidhanartam katham pashe mahistriya. You yourself descend to propagate the transcendental science of devotional service, okay, that is Bhakti Yoga, unto the hearts of the advanced transcendentalists, Paramahamsanam, and mental speculators. It is not exactly mental speculators. Muninam means a great munis, a great sages, who are purified by being able to discriminate between matter and spirit. Amala Atmanam is not exactly that, but it means without their self is completely purified. Amala. Vidhanartam Katham Pashyema Histriya. How can we know you? How can we see you? Pashyema. Okay, then we go. 21. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Let me therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto the Lord, Krishna, Krishnaya, to Krishna, who has become the son of Vasudeva, the pleasure of Devaki, the boy of Nanda and the other coward men of Vrindavan, Govindaya, the one who gives life to the cows and the senses, and to the planet, because Go is also a planet. Nama, Nama, I offer my respect again and again. This is a very famous verse, it's very nice. Okay, then we go 23. Nama Pankajanabhaya, Nama Pankajamaline, Nama Pankajanetraya, Namaste Pankajangraye. I offer my respect to you, whose abdomen is marked with a depression like a lotus flower. Pankajanabha. Actually, Pankajanabha is a lotus navel, which also refers to Garbhodakashaya Vishnu. Okay, respects to you who are decorated with the garland of lotus flower, who has lotus eyes, and who has feet like the lotus feet. Anga, okay, Anga, the engraved, I don't know. We had 23. Yata Rishikesha Kalenadeva ki kamsena ruddharati chiram sucharpita vimochita ham cha sahatmaja vibho tvayaivanatena muhur vipad ganat. O Rishikesha, you have released Devaki, who had long been imprisoned for a long time by Kamsa, and he was very distressed, Sucharpita. And also myself, you also have released myself and my children, O great one, powerful, omnipotent Lord. Tvayaiva, by yourself. Natena is a protector, the one who protects, constantly from a lot of dangers. Vipadgana. 24. Vishan Mahagne Purushada Darshanad Asad Sabhaya Vanavasa Kritshrata Mridhe Nekamahara Tasrato Droniastratas Chasmaharea Bhirakshita. So this is the summary of the various problems that Kunti and the Pandavas had to go through. So I say, you have protected us from poison, from a great fire, from the man-eaters, which is not exactly cannibals, it's Rakshasas. The word cannibal is a human being who eats another human being, but this Hidimba was not exactly a human being. Anyway, from the man-eaters, Purushada, Darshanat. Okay. Okay, Darshanat Asad Sabhaya. From the impious, the Asad, the bad assembly, the assembly of the bad people. In the exile of the forest, from many sufferings, again and again in the battle, Aneka, when many Maharatas, great generals, from the weapons of many great generals are from the son Droni, the son of Dronacharya, from the weapon of the son of Drona, Ashwatthama. And in this sense, you have protected us completely. Hari. Okay. And this is also a very famous verse that needs to be understood properly, because Kunti is not a masochist. He's not someone who likes to have problems. So, you still there, eh?
Yes, yes.
I don't see you. Okay. 25. Vipada santata sasvat tatra tatra jagat guru bhavato darshanam yasyad apunar bhavadarshanam. Okay, let there be, even if they will be, it's okay. All these dangers, all these difficulties, again and again, O Lord of the universe, O Guru of the universe, because your darshanam will be there in all these difficulties. And in that way, we will stop seeing the repetition of material existence. Okay, so this is very interesting, because it's not that Kunti wants to have problems, but she's saying that because the problems are actually opportunities, because when we get into difficulties, we remember you, we have your presence, we have your protection, and by remembering you, by your presence, by your darshana, we will be liberated. Okay. And 26. Oh, this is also famous. Janmaishwarya Shuta Shibhir Edhamana Madapuman Naivarhati Abhidatum by Twamakinchana Gocharam. Mada, the intoxication of a high birth. Janma means important birth, birth prejudice. Aishwarya, opulence, position, power, material power. Shruta, literary education, culture, academic education. Shribhi, beauty and prosperity and whatever is connected with Shri. Edhamana, all these increase the intoxication, the false ego of a human being. Abhidatum. And in that way, someone who is in that intoxicated state will not seriously, honestly approach you, sincerely approach you, because you are akinchana gocharam. On the other side, you will be easily approached by people who are not attached to material possessions and identification and attachments. Okay. (27) Namo kinchana vittaya nivritta guna vrittaye atmaramaya santaya kaivalya pataye namaha. Nama kinchana vittaya. I offer my respect to you who are the property, the wealth of those who are detached from material possessions. one who is completely satisfied, Atma Ramaya, in the self, having abandoned the material gunas. This affection towards Krishna is characterized by completely abandoning the material gunas. Shantaya, the most serene, shanti, peaceful, Kaivalya Pataye, the Lord of Kaivalya, the Lord of non-duality. The master of the monies is a bit weird. Okay, no more. Is clear? Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. Any comment? No, not really.
No.
Okay. 28. Manyetvam kalamishanam anadinidhanam vibhum samam charantam sarvatra bhutanam yan mitha kali. Kali in this form of the name means quarrel, but it doesn't have the long A and the long E, no long vowels, so has nothing to do with Mother Kali. Okay. I consider, I think, I believe that you are Kalam, eternal time, time itself. Ishanam, the Supreme Lord. Anadinidhanam, without beginning or end. Vibhum, all powerful, all pervading. Samam, equally disposed. Charantam sarvatra. Bhutanam, equally disposed, equally benevolent to all living beings everywhere. Yadmitha Kali. The dissension is I don't think it's social intercourse here. I think it's mitha is like mithya means lie, falsity. What do you think? You're not you're not pronouncing yourself. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just wondering like what it could be.
Because mitha is, I think, let me check in the Sanskrit dictionary, because I don't think that means social intercourse. Never found it like that. So let me see, Sanskrit dictionary. We go and check the dictionary, but not a problem. So we go online, dictionary, mitha, translate. Okay. Mitha. Ah no, it's okay. It means mitha with each other. Doesn't mean falsity specifically. It means each other. Mitha.
Okay.
It's not mithya. So in fact, not so much about social intercourse, but they they cause problems to each other. So when the various living beings, the Bhutanam, they have problems, it's not because of you, it's not because you want them to have problems, but because they fight against each other. (29) Naveda kaschit bhagavan chikirshitam tave hamanasya nrinam vidambanam nayasya kaschit daitosya harichit dveshascha yasmin vishama matir nrinam. Okay. No one can understand, no one knows your chikirshitam, your lila, ihama anasya, which appear like those who, human beings and people in general. Vidambanam, confusing. Nayasya kaschit, daita, astikarichit, dveshacha yasmin, vishama, mati, nrinam. So, like Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, I do not hate and I do not favor anyone. The problems of the living beings are due to their karma only. We can see here the big difference between the concept of God in the Vedic perspective and the concept of God in the Abrahamic perspective. The idea of the chosen people. You know, God doesn't have enemies. Doesn't care. You know, and Kunti is confirming this. There is no one who is object of specific favor anywhere, or object of hatred. Dvesha is not envy, because envy in English, I think it's a different thing. It's not hatred. Dvesha, raga, dvesha is repulsion. It's not envy. Envy is when you see someone who has something better than you have, so you're envious. But here the dvesha means hatred, means repulsion, hostile feelings. So God doesn't have any favorites, it doesn't hate anyone. There is no partiality. That is only in the minds of the people. People only imagine that you are partial. Okay. 30. Janma karma cha vishvatman ajasyakarturatvana tiryan rishesu yadasu tadatyanta vidambanam. It is bewildering, truly bewildering. Vishvatman, or soul of the universe. The Janma karma, your birth and your activities and your work, your appearance and leelas. Ajasya akartu atmana. Because you are unborn and you are not doing anything. Tiryak nri rishishu yadhasu. But you appear among the animals, the human beings, the rishis, and yadasu, I don't know, it is the water. Aquatics, okay, well, could be. Like Matsya Avatar. And, you know, Kurma is also kind of aquatic.
Here it is saying, although you're inactive.
Yes.
What does that?
Yeah. Akartu. Atmana.
Okay, akartu as in.
Who is not doing. Who is not born and who is not doing. And in fact, we see from the Bhagavad Gita and say, Prakrite kriyamanani gunakarvani sarvasaha. Ahankara vimudhatma kartaham iti manyate. So this is also applied to the Supreme, to Bhagavan. Because Bhagavan is not doing anything, the Prakriti is doing everything. The para prakriti and the apara prakriti. So all the activities are performed by the prakriti. Vishnu himself, Ishvara himself, is not doing anything. So he is not born and still Janma Karma. Ajasya Kartu. So, although he appears to take birth and to do some work, he's actually not born and he's not doing anything. Not doing anything in the sense he doesn't need to do anything. The Leelas are manifested by Yoga Maya. But Vishnu is always the same. When we speak about the concept of manifestation, we necessarily speak of something that begins and ends. Appearance and disappearance. And the Leelas, even the Leelas of Krishna, have a beginning and an end. So like when he speaks the Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, that action starts at a particular time and ends about 1 hour later. But that is an illusion, because Bhagavad Gita is eternal. All the activities of Ishvara are eternal. Means they're not limited by time and space. Just like Bhagavad Gita was spoken from this time to that time, it was also spoken on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So it's time and space. So the activities, the karma, Janma karma of Ishvara appear to be limited by the manifestation, which is not a material manifestation, we agree on that, but it's still a manifestation. It looks like it has a beginning and an end, but that's illusion. That's the yoga Maya, that's Maya. You understand?
Yes.
So this, of course, is a bit bewildering. It sounds confusing, especially when people identify with the material body which has a beginning and an end. When people identify with the material body, they cannot see beyond the here and now. Because before, the past it doesn't exist anymore. The future it doesn't exist yet. So we are limited by time and space. If we are in a place, if we are in Vrindavan, we cannot be in Pune. If we are in Italy, we cannot be in India. So if we identify with the material body, the physical body, of course we see some limitations. Already the mind has less limitations, because you can meditate on Vrindavan and you can be already there. You can meditate on Puri, you can be already there. But the body cannot. The physical gross body. So most people identify as the physical gross body. So they cannot understand the manifestation of the avatar. Is that clear?
Yes.
It's a good explanation, I hope.
Yeah.
Okay. So Yoga Maya. Then we go. Janma karma cha me divyam evam yovetti tattvataha. Remember that? Okay. Verse 31. Gopya dadhe tvai kritagasi damatavat yate dasashru kalilanjana sambhramaksham bhaktram niniya bhaya bhavanaya stitasya samam bimohaya tibhir apiyad bhibheti. And this is talking about the Gopi, meaning Yashoda. Kritagasi, they took a rope to tie you up. At that point, your in that situation, your eyes and face, your eyes were full of tears that was smearing the kajal, the anjana, and your face was downwards and looking scared of the situation. This is confusing to me, because you seem to be, you are the one that is feared even by fear personified. Mrityur mrityum. It's the death of death, the fear of fear. So in here, of course, it's talking about the episode when Krishna was a toddler and he was making a mess, and Yashoda wanted to buy him up, and from which we have the famous Damodarashtaka, which traditionally is a bhajan in the month of Kartika, right? You know about that?
Yes.
Okay. It's not exactly the mascara, but it's okay. The anjana, only the mascara is a bit. Okay. 32. Kechid ahurajam jatam punya slokasya kirtaye yado priyasyan vaye mala yasyeva chandanam. Okay. Some people say that the ajam, the unborn, takes birth, appears to glorify the dynasty of the great famous King Yadu. Because of affection towards his family. Just like the sandalwood appears in Malayasya. So some say that the unborn is born for the glorification of pious kings, and others say that he's born to please King Yadu, one of your dearest devotees, which is the same. It's not other people, saying the same people. You appear in his family as sandalwood appears in the Malaya hills. Okay. Bringing good smell. Apareva sudevasya devakyam yachito bhyagat ajastvam asya kshemaya badhaya cha suradvisham. Other people saying that you appeared because you were requested by Vasudeva and Devaki. You took birth like that. Even if you are unborn, for the good, for the benefit, kshemaya, vadhaya, chasuradvisham, and to kill those who hate the suras. Suras is not just the devas, but also all the good people. Okay. 34. Bhara batarana yanye. Okay. Bhuvanava ivodadho. Sidantya bhuribharena. Jato hyatma bhuhartita. Okay. Others say that you appeared. You were born, Jata. You were born to reduce the burden of the world. You descended, Avataranaya, to reduce the burden. Anya Nava Ivodhado. Like the world was just like a boat in the ocean. When a boat on the sea is very heavy, is going to sink. Atma Bhuvartita, for the sake of your son Brahma. Atma Bhuva. 35. Bhavesmin klishyamananam avidyakama karmabhi shravana smaranarhani karishyan iti kechana. Others still say that you you appear, that is not exactly expressed, but it's implied. In the material world, bhave, in the birth, bhava, to alleviate, for the benefit of those who suffer from ignorance and lust and attachment to the actions, because by hearing, listening and remembering and worshipping, they may become free, gain liberation. That is not specifically mentioned, but it's quite logical. Okay, let's go on. 36. Shrivanti gayanti grinandya vikshnasa smaranti nandanti tavehitam janaha taeva pashantya chirena tavakam bhava prabhaho paramam padambujam. Okay, Krishna is not there, but it's okay. Those who, janaha, people, who hear, listen, and sing, chant, accept continuously, remember, find happiness in your activities, those people, te, eva, certainly, pasyanti, will see, achirena, very soon, bhava pravaha uparamam, they will see very soon your lotus feet that stop the flow of material existence. Bhava. Okay, that's good. Yeah, the translation is good enough. Let's go to 37. You still okay, yeah?
Yes.
We are 10 minutes off, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. We can complete this.
We can complete. Let's see how much we can complete. We have 37. When you want to stop, you just tell me. 37. Apyadyasya nastvam svavakarti karte. No, pardon. Sorry. Apyadyanas. Tvam svakrite hita prabho. Jihasasi svit suridonu jivina. Yesham chanyad bhavata padambujat. Parayanam rajasu yojitam hasam. Yojita anghasam. Okay. You, Prabhu, Lord, you have done swakrita today. You have done everything yourself. All these duties, you have completed that mission. As she was saying before, to relieve the burden of the world and to fulfill the desire of Vasudeva and Devaki, to give the opportunity to people to hear and chant and remember your activities, so become purified and so on. All this ihita, you have done. Now you are leaving us today. Jihasasi surida anujivina yesham. you're leaving us today, but although we are completely depending on you, and we are your intimate friends, we have no one else. We depend only on you, and there are the various kings. All the kings are hostile to us, are engaged in hostility, they're still against us. Okay, so my Lord, you have executed all duties yourself. Are you leaving us today, though we are completely dependent on your mercy and have no one else to protect us, now when all the kings are at enmity with us? Okay. 38. Kevayam nama rupabhyam yadubhi sahapandavaha bhavato darshanam yarhi rishi kanam iveshitu. Your absence, bhavata adarshanam, is as if the strength is leaving all the senses of the living being, because you are it will vayam namarupabhyam yadubi saha. You are going, in the absence of you, of the names and forms of the Yadus together and the Pandavas. You're leaving all of us, just like the life abandons the senses of the living entity. Okay. As the name and fame of a particular body is finished with the disappearance of the living spirit. Similarly, if you don't look upon us, all our fame and activities along the Pandavas and the Yadus will end at once. Okay. Okay. 39. Neyam sobhishate tatra yate danim gadadhara tvatpadai ankita bhati swalakshana vilakshita. O Gadadhar, Krishna, our kingdom, this land, Nayam, is will not be marked by the impressions of your feet. Now that is because in the other. On the other hand, now it's so radiant and beautiful by the impression, by the sign of your presence. So basically, our land, this land, Yam, is now being marked by the impression of your feet, and therefore it appears beautiful. But when you leave, it will no longer be so. Nayam sobhishate tatra. Okay, 40. How many verses you want to go on?
No, we can finish it.
Okay, let's stop at verse 39, because it's also a little, tiring. It's it's an effort. So 1 hour, 1.5 hours, I think is good enough. So we stop here and we continue next time. Thank you. Jai Shri Krishna.
Thank you.
Jai Radha.